For years, my husband and I would contribute to the Benevolence Fund because, that's what we were instructed to do on Christmas Eve services. So we'd give, not even thinking what it was for or what it was about or what they did with it. And it wasn't until I joined the deacons and had the privilege of being part of the benevolence team that I really understood what the Benevolence Fund was for.
I was born with muscular dystrophy, and this is your genetic disease that basically is progressive and your muscles tear apart over time. And so it's obviously continuing to progress, and with that, I have a lot of extra needs that a lot of couples don't have. This specific need came up. I had a Chrysler Town & Country minivan, which was all completely handicap accessible. And after the purchase of a van, there's a tremendous financial burden that goes into it after that as well. And unfortunately, this Chrysler, we had a lot of issues to the tune of tens of thousands of dollars. And at some point, we just finally made the decision at 90,000 miles after the third engine failure we're not going to do this and get a new vehicle. This past spring, we decided to start looking around. We got a new vehicle, and upon purchase of the new vehicle, there's a number of things that we have to put in afterwards: hand controls, reduced effort steering, and all of which come to a pretty hefty financial cost on top of a lot of the other financial costs that we already have. I text with Gib a good bit, or talk with Gib a good bit back and forth, and it was really just a conversation in passing. Had to get another van, and now I got to figure out how to put all the extra stuff into it. And it's a time-consuming process, and obviously a financial-consuming process. And so I think at that point, I didn't think anything of it from there. It was just a conversation from Gib, and next thing I know, Bill Christian's calling me. And so we had a conversation from there, and then was passed on to T, and we interviewed from there, and it was a very smooth process, all of which was, very, very well done, and couldn't have been easier.
We have 2 kids, busy, active kids who are involved in many things. And even though we have family here who can help us out and, are more than willing to step in, Tom wants to be a part of their lives. He wants to be able to go to practices and go to games and, be as involved as he possibly can. And when he doesn't have a van, he can't just borrow a car like anybody else. He can't go to the dealership and get a car that he can use or ride in my car. So him, getting the van and getting all of the parts that he needed and having Living Hope step in to meet that need was huge, because he is able to participate fully in our 2 kids' lives and help me and help, with the carpooling and the, kid activities. So that's really been huge for our family.
If you're a member of this church, your benevolence team wants you to trust them to take care of needs when they're there. Member needs, if you have neighbors, friends, family that have need, we're here to meet those too.
Sometimes we come alongside a big group of people and we are more in the background, just helping out a financial need. Sometimes people come to us and they have absolutely nobody at all. We have that ability to show them God's love because they're not feeling very loved oftentimes in the moment.
We were contacted by a mother with a newborn at home, and her husband had lost his job, and they were running out of money. They didn't have food for their family, and particularly for the newborn. The husband had gotten a job, but they needed a bridge between that job and the payday for that job. So we were able to step in and provide them, money to help them bridge that gap. And feed their family just for a short period of time, which is really beneficial, particularly when you're helping folks that are in situations that they didn't cause, right? And to get to help an infant, right? So that was really a blessing.
We begin and everything praying for them because, again, oftentimes people are alone and we want them to know we will continue to pray for them. It's not a one and done situation. Once they walk out of our doors, we're done. Our group prays for them. The deacons pray for them. Our benevolence team prays for them. And we just want to make sure they feel fully encompassed.